I never thought I'd bury a body in the backyard of my own childhood home. But that's exactly what I did the night she whispered those two words that sealed our fates. Your fault. The shovel bit into the damp earth like it was hungry for secrets. And as I piled the dirt over her lifeless form, my stepsister, my tormentor, my blood now, I felt the first crack in my soul widen into a chasm. It wasn't murder. Not really. It was justice served cold. 16 years in the making. But the cops would never see it that way if they dug deep enough. And oh, they would dig. Because in America, in this godforsaken suburb of Detroit where rust belts and broken dreams rust together, secrets like ours don't stay buried, they fester. They erupt. They drag everyone down into the muck. Those two words, your fault, weren't the beginning. Hell, they weren't even the middle. They were the detonator. The spark that lit the fuse I'd been twisting in my gut since I was 12 years old, back when Emily Hargrove first sank her claws into me at Eisenhower Middle School. Emily wasn't just a bully, she was a predator in pigtails. The kind of girl who could smile like an angel while twisting the knife. I was the new kid. Fresh off the divorce my parents tried to sugarcoat with ice cream, and it's for the best, but really, it was Dad's endless overtime at the auto plant and Mom's late nights at the diner that cracked the foundation. We moved from the city to this cookie-cutter hellhole in Warren, Michigan, where every lawn was mowed to military precision and every grudge lasted a lifetime. First day, I sat alone in the cafeteria, picking at a mystery meat sandwich that tasted like regret. Emily sauntered over with her pack, 3 cheerleader wannabes with glossy ponytails and whispers like venom. Look at the orphan, she cooed, loud enough for the whole room to snicker. I froze, fork midway to my mouth. Orphan? My parents were alive, breathing the same polluted air as everyone else. But in that moment, she made me feel like a ghost. She snatched my tray, dumped it in my lap, and laughed that high, tinkling laugh that echoed off the linoleum. Oops. Butterfingers. The milk soaked through my jeans, warm and humiliating, and I remember the burn in my cheeks hotter than the fluorescent lights overhead. It didn't stop there. Emily Hargrove made it her mission to dismantle me, piece by bloody piece. Lockers vandalized with freak scrawled in red lipstick. Rumors that I wet the bed, that I ate roadkill, that my dad was in prison for something unspeakable. By 8th grade, I'd lost count of the bruises, some from her shoving me into walls, others from the fights she'd bait me into, then cry wolf to the teachers. He hit me first. Miss Jenkins. I was just defending myself, and I'd take the detention, the calls home, because fighting back meant expulsion. And expulsion meant no high school diploma, no escape from Warren. But the real scar, the one that never healed, came sophomore year. Homecoming dance. I'd mustered the courage to ask Sarah Klein out, quiet Sarah with the freckles and the poetry notebook. Emily found out. Of course. She always did. That night, as I waited by the punch bowl in my rented tux that smelled like mothballs, Sarah ghosted me. Later, I overheard the truth in the girls' bathroom stall where I'd hidden to puke up my nerves. Emily had cornered her, spread lies about me having diseases from sleeping around, and threatened to make her life hell if she showed. Sarah bailed, and I spent the night alone, watching Emily grind on the quarterback like she owned the world. Fast forward a decade. I'm 28, scraping by as a mechanic at the same damn Ford plant my dad slaved at before the layoffs chewed him up and spit him out with a bad back and a bottle of Jack. Mom's remarried, bless her stubborn heart, to some widower named Tom Hargrove. Yeah, that Hargrove. Tom's a decent guy. Retired cop with a salt and pepper mustache and stories about busting chop shops that make dinner parties bearable. But when he introduced his daughter from his first marriage, my stomach dropped like a transmission in neutral. Emily. All grown up. 26. With that same shark smile polished by a business degree from Michigan State and a job in real estate that had her flipping foreclosures like pancakes. She looked different, curves where there'd been angles, blonde highlights chasing away the mousy brown, but those eyes, cold as Lake Superior in January, gave her away. Hey, little bro, she purred at the family barbecue, clinking her solo cup against mine. Fancy meeting you here. Mom beamed, oblivious, chattering about blended families and fresh starts. Tom clapped me on the back, proud as punch. I forced a grin, but inside, the old rage simmered, bubbling up like oil in a cracked pan. The wedding was a low-key affair at the Warren Community Center, catered pulled pork and a playlist of Springsteen to keep it Michigan authentic. I stood there in my ill-fitting suit, watching Mom and Tom exchange vows. And all I could think was how Emily's gaze kept flicking to me, like she was sizing up a mark. Reception dragged on with awkward toasts and Uncle Ray's off-color jokes about step-siblings getting too close. Emily cornered me by the dessert table, her breath sweet with Chardonnay. You gonna hold a grudge forever, Jake? Water under the bridge, right? Her hand lingered on my arm, nails digging just enough to remind me who held the power. I shrugged her off, muttered something about allergies to bullshit, and bolted for the parking lot. That should have been the end of it. Awkward holidays. For small talk at Thanksgiving. But Emily had other plans. She moved back to Warren after a bad breakup with some tech bro in Ann Arbor, crashing at Tom and Mom's until she got on her feet. Suddenly, she was everywhere, borrowing my tools for her DIY projects, raiding the fridge for my leftover chili, leaving her Lululemon sports bras draped over the bathroom door like territorial flags. Mom ate it up. She's family now. Jake. Be nice. Tom just chuckled, saying girls would be girls. The first real crack came 2 months in, over Labor Day weekend. Tom's old cabin up in the Upper Peninsula, a rickety A-frame on Lake Huron where the black flies feasted like it was Thanksgiving. Family trip. Non-negotiable. I drove up solo, blasting Metallica to drown out the what-ifs. Emily rode with the parents, giggling at Tom's dad jokes. That night, around the fire pit, with the loons calling like lost souls, she leaned in close, her voice a conspiratorial whisper amid the crackle of pine logs. Remember that dance, Jake? Sarah Klein? God, you were such a loser back then. The words landed like embers on dry grass. Mom and Tom were inside fetching s'mores, out of earshot. I clenched my beer, the aluminum denting under my grip. What the hell? Ain't. She laughed. That same tinkling poison. Just reminiscing. But hey, look at us now. Stepsibs. Isn't life a trip? Her eyes gleamed. Challenging. I wanted to launch her into the lake, watch her flail in the dark water. Instead, I stood, muttered about needing air, and hiked into the woods until my lungs burned. Pacing the needle-strewn path, I replayed every humiliation, the cafeteria spill, the locker graffiti, Sarah's tear-streaked face the one time she apologized in the hall. Emily hadn't just bullied me, she'd architected my isolation, turned my adolescence into a prison sentence. Back at the cabin, sleep evaded me. Moonlight sliced through the blinds like accusations. Around 3 a.m., I heard it, soft footsteps on the creaky stairs. Then a knock at my door, light as a ghost. "Jake, you up?" Emily's voice, husky from the fire smoke. I cracked the door, ready to tell her to fuck off. But she stood there in an oversized U of M hoodie that swallowed her frame, hair tousled, eyes wide and vulnerable. "Can't sleep. Bad dreams." It was the first time I'd seen her without the armor, the first chink in the queen bee facade. Against every screaming instinct, I let her in. We sat on the edge of the bed, knees not quite touching, and she spilled. Turns out, her mom, Tom's first wife, had OD'd on pills when Emily was 14, right after the divorce. Dad never talks about it, but I found her. Blue lips, foam at the mouth. I was the one who called 911. Her voice cracked, and, for a split second, I saw the girl behind the monster, the one who'd lashed out because the world had lashed her first. I was angry all the time.
"Jake."
At everyone. You were just there. Sympathy twisted in my gut like a bad weld. Was this her apology? A midnight confession to rewrite history? I nodded, throat tight.
"Yeah."
It sucked. We talked until dawn about the plant layoffs that gutted my family, her string of toxic boyfriends, the gnawing fear that we'd both peak and crash in this nowhere town. By sunrise, as loons gave way to chickadees, something shifted. Not forgiveness.
Not yet.
But a truce. A bridge over the chasm. Little did I know, Emily Hargrove didn't build bridges. She burned them, salted the earth, and danced on the ashes. The drive home was civil, shared playlists. Her picking classic rock I actually liked, Mom dozing in the back with Tom at the wheel. Warren welcomed us with its usual gray drizzle, the kind that seeps into your bones. Life resumed, me wrenching on F-150s with busted transmissions, Emily schmoozing clients over open houses for overpriced colonials. But the cabin lingered, a ghost in our interactions. She'd text memes about shitty exes. I'd reply with engine puns. Mom noticed, gushed about bonding. Tom slapped my shoulder. Knew you'd come around. Son. 3 weeks later, the first lie surfaced. Casual. Innocuous. A borrowed socket set from my garage that vanished. I asked. She swore up and down. Must have left it at a showing. Fine. Whatever. Then my Netflix password stopped working. She'd accidentally logged in on the family TV. Changed it without asking. Annoying, but not Armageddon. Until the night I came home from a double shift, bone-tired, to find her in my room, my sanctum, the one space in that house that was mine, rifling through my nightstand. What the fuck? I slammed the door, heart hammering. She spun, cool as ice, holding a faded photo, me and Sarah at freshman orientation, arms linked, grinning like idiots. Just curious about your love life.
Bro.
Who's the redhead? She cute.
Out. Now.
I snatched it, pulse thundering. That photo was my talisman. The what could have been I'd clung to through lonely nights. Emily's lips curled. That old smirk. Touchy. Lighten up. She sauntered out. But not before brushing past close enough for her perfume, something cheap and floral, to cling like accusation. I bolted the door, slumped against it, the rage coiling anew. Truce? Bullshit. She was probing, testing boundaries. Same as always.
But why?
What did she want from me now? The answer came piecemeal, in fragments that pieced together like a junkyard puzzle. Emily's real estate gig wasn't panning out, commissions drying up in a market tanked by interest rates and remote workers fleeing to Florida. She needed cash.
Fast.
Tom's pension was stretched thin with Mom's arthritis meds. And Emily's charm offensive at family dinners started feeling scripted, like a sales pitch. Hey,
Jake.
you know anyone looking to buy? I could use a referral bonus. I brushed it off, buried in overtime. But she persisted, dropping hints about side hustles, eyeing my paycheck stubs left on the kitchen counter. Then, one crisp October evening, after a Lions game watch party where Tom got sloshed on Labatt Blue and ranted about the refs, she cornered me in the garage. I was under the hood of my '98 Silverado, elbow deep in coolant, when her shadow fell across the engine bay. Need a favor, she said. No preamble. Voice low.
Urgent.
I wiped grease on a rag. Straightened. What? She glanced over her shoulder, ensuring the coast was clear. A client. Big fish. But the deal's cash-heavy. Under the table. I need collateral. Something to show good faith. Her eyes flicked to the safe in the corner, Dad's old gun safe. Bolted to the concrete, holding his service pistol from his security guard days and some loose bills from side gigs.
No.
The word was out before I thought it. Tom's place was legit. Emily's deals smelled like desperation, like the chop shops Dad used to bust. Come on,
Jake.
it's family. That word again. Weaponized. She stepped closer, hand on my forearm, soft, pleading. Just the cash. A couple grand. I'll pay back double. I shook her off, hood slamming shut. Find another mark.
Eminencia.
Not me. Her face hardened, the vulnerability from the cabin evaporating like morning mist. Your fault if this falls through. Dad's counting on me to pull my weight. There it was, the first echo of those fatal words. Guilt as a garrote. I walked away. But sleep that night was fractured by dreams of blue-lipped mothers and milk-soaked jeans. Was I the villain here? Hoarding scraps while she drowned? The real unraveling started with a phone call. Late November. Black Friday madness at the plant. Folks lining up for shifts like it was bread lines in the Depression. My burner buzzed during lunch. Unknown number. I answered, expecting a wrong dial. Instead, Jake? It's Sarah. Sarah Klein. The world tilted. Sarah, detective now with the Detroit PD. Voice steady, but laced with that old warmth. We'd reconnected on Facebook years back. Sporadic likes on vacation pics. But nothing deep. Heard about your stepmom gig.
Congrats.
Listen, I need to ask. You see much of Emily Hargrove these days. My gut clenched. Why?
Pause.
Papers rustling. She's on our radar. Small stuff, forged docs on a property flip. Nothing sticks.
But.
Watch your back. Okay? Girl's got a rep for burning bridges. I hung up, burger turning to ash in my mouth. Emily? Forgery? It fit the probing, the cash grabs. But confronting her? That meant war in the house Mom finally called home. I waited till after Thanksgiving, turkey dry as regret. Emily charming the relatives with tales of closing deals left and right. That night, post-feast stupor, I knocked on her door. She answered in silk shorts and a tank, hair in a messy bun, scrolling Zillow on her phone. "What's up, bro?" Sarah called. I watched her face, no flinch. Just a raised brow. "Said you're playing fast and loose with paperwork." She laughed.
Sharp.
"Sarah Klein? Still sniffing around you?"
Cute.
Tossed the phone aside. Crossed her arms. "It's nothing."
Jake.
Shady sellers. That's all. Cops love a witch hunt. Liar. The word hung heavy. "Stay out of my shit."
Eminência.
And dads. Her eyes narrowed. The bully resurfacing. "Or what? You'll tattle to mommy? Grow up." She shoved past, shoulder checking me hard. Door slammed. The house felt smaller after that. Air thick with unspoken threats. Mom noticed the chill. Tried mediating over breakfasts of burnt toast and Folgers. Families fight. Honey. But blood's thicker. Irony. Thy name is blended. December crept in with snow that blanketed sins under white lies. Emily doubled down late nights networking, coming home reeking of weed and cologne that wasn't hers. I caught her once, slipping cash into her purse from Tom's wallet. Confronted, she spun it. He said it was okay. For my car payment. Tom, hungover, backed her. Did I?
Shit.
Probably. Doubt wormed in. Was I paranoid? Projecting old hates onto a woman just trying to survive? The cabin ghost whispered yes. The scars screamed no. Christmas Eve. The plant shut down early. Holiday mercy. I trudged home through flurries, dreaming of eggnog and solitude. Instead, lights blazing, carolers on the lawn, Emily in a Santa hat directing traffic like she owned the block.
Inside.
The tree glittered with ornaments Mom had collected since the 80s, tinsel frayed as our nerves. Dinner was prime rib, overcooked, but the wine flowed, loosening tongues. Toasts clinked. Tom on second chances. Mom on love conquering. Emily's turn, eyes locked on mine. To family. The ones we choose. And the ones who stick. No matter what. Her smile didn't reach those eyes. Later, as guests milled, she pulled me aside in the laundry room. Dryer humming cover. Truce. Jake,
For them.
nodded at the living room laughter. I searched her face, cracks of sincerity.
Yeah.
Truce. Big mistake. Biggest. New Year's dawned hungover and hopeful. Resolutions scrawled on napkins. Mine, let go of the past. Emily's, get rich quick. We laughed it off. But fate, or karma, had other plans. It hit mid-January. A freak ice storm that knocked power out for days. Huddled by the fireplace, board games by candlelight, stories flowed like the Chianti. Emily opened up again about her mom's suicide note, blaming Tom for suffocating her spirit, about foster stints before he fought for custody, the foster dad who got too handsy. I listened, jaw tight, seeing the cycle, pain begetting pain. My turn, I said, voice rough. You destroyed me.
Eminência.
Not just pranks. You made me hate myself. She met my gaze. Tears silver in firelight. I know. I'm sorry.
Jake.
Really? We hugged then. Awkward. Bone-crushing. Mom walked in. Teared up. My babies. Power returned. But the thaw didn't stick. February brought Valentine's. Emily dateless. Me too. She suggested a sib date, burgers at Leo's Diner. The same spot I'd taken Sarah all those years ago. Nostalgia bit deep as we slid into the red vinyl booth. Jukebox crooning Patsy Cline. Full circle, she said. French fries between us like peace offerings. Yeah. I hesitated. About the cabin. That meant something. Her foot nudged mine under the table, not flirty. Just there. It did. Conversation meandered. Her failed flips. My promotion to shift lead, finally. A raise that covered rent.
Then.
Casual as ketchup. Hey. That favor? Still need it. One-time thing. Please. The safe. The cash. Old instincts flared.
Ink.
Jake. I'm in deep. Clients connected. If I don't deliver, it's not just me. Bad people. Threat? Plea? Her eyes pleaded. But the bully lurked. I caved. $2,000 for my savings. Not Tom's. Handed over in the diner parking lot. Snow crunching under tires. This buys nothing, I warned. She hugged me quick. Cold hands on my neck. You're saving me. Thank you. Liar. March Madness. Basketball brackets busted. My trust too. The money vanished. Emily dodged questions with deals pending. Sarah texted. Heard whispers. Emily's into something with a crew from the east side. Stay clear. I confronted her post-ST.
Patties.
Green beer souring the air. What crew?
Ink.
The money. She paced the kitchen. Feral. None of your business. You gave it willingly. Willingly? Under duress. Her laugh. Bitter. Victim card again? Pathetic. Slammed out. Tires squealing. The house fractured. Mom's migraines worsening. Tom's blood pressure spiking. What's with you two? He'd growl. April showers brought floods. Literal and not. Basement leaked. Emily's storage boxes ruined. Ledgers? No. Just clothes. She claimed. But one night, insomnia led me down. Flashlight piercing dark. A box labeled old shit. Photos of her mom. Tom's wedding invite crossed out in red. And, buried deep, a manila envelope. Curiosity's curse. Inside, photocopies. Forged deeds. Signatures mimicking Tom's. Emily's side hustle wasn't flips. It was identity theft. Using family docs to launder for. Who? The East Side crew? My hands shook. Envelope burning. Confrontation dawn. Her door. Envelope thrust forward. Explain.
Pale.
Then furious. Snooping now? It's fake.
Jake.
Practice for clients. Bullshit. I backed her into the hall. This ends.
Now.
She lunged, nails raking my cheek. You think you're better, mister? Perfect mechanic? I know your secret. 2. My blood iced. What's secret? Smile. Serpentine. The weed in your truck. The overtime errands. Don't play saint.
Touché.
My side gig, delivering for a dispensary buddy. Gray area in Michigan's patchwork laws. Small potatoes to her fraud. But leverage. Truce shattered. Cold War ensued, silent meals. Locked doors. Mom begged counseling, we faked it. Therapist droning about boundaries. May bloomed violent. Derby hats hid my black eye from a slip at work. I lied. Truth. Emily's elbow in a playful wrestle that turned real. Accident, she cooed to Mom. Sarah called again. Emily's name on a warrant. Embezzlement. Feds circling. I warned her. Anonymous tip line. Turn yourself in. Her response. Hissed over burner. Fuck you. This is your fault for meddling. Echoes. June heat wave. Tempers boiling. Tom's retirement party. Cookout in the yard. Neighbors toasting his badge. Emily played hostess. Sundress fluttering. But her eyes tracked me like prey. Post-party. Cleanup chaos. I hauled trash bags. Sweat stinging the scar on my cheek. She appeared. Beer in hand. We need to talk. Alley behind the garage. Fireflies winking. I'm out.
Jake.
Running. Tonight. Heart stuttered. Where? Doesn't matter.
But.
Thanks for the cash. Bought time. Rage crested. You used me. Family helps family. Mocking now.
Oh.
And Sarah? I slept with her fiancé last year. Broke them up. Thought you'd want to know. The knife plunged. Sarah's engagement post. Liked months ago. Blissful. Emily. Destroyer eternal. I grabbed her wrist. Hard.
Why?
She wrenched free. Eyes wild. Because I can. Because you deserve it. Punch thrown mine. Grazing her jaw. She staggered. Touched blood. And laughed. Assault. On family. Good luck explaining. She bolted inside. Wailing. Tom burst out. Gun drawn from habit. What the hell? Son. Her story. Unprovoked attack. Mine. Self-defense. Mom sobbed. Tom chose blood hers. Cops came. No charges. Domestic. Keep it in house, but the rift gaped. I packed a duffel. Crashed at a buddy's. Plant rumors swirling. July 4th. Fireworks, masked gunshots in my dreams. Sarah met me for coffee. Lines etched deeper. Emily's ghosted. Vanished. You okay?
No. She said.
About your ex. Sarah's laugh. Hollow. Knew it was her. Always poisoning wells. We talked hours, old wounds. New scars. Sparks? Maybe. But Emily loomed. August humidity clung like guilt. Back home under sufferance.
Tiptoeing.
Emily returned to therapy, Mom insisted. Chilly peace.
Then.
The bomb. September. Tom's heart attack. Mild. Stents fixed it. But hospital bills loomed like storm clouds. Emily swooped. I'll handle insurance. Forgeries? I suspected. Nursing him. I found the envelope again. Updated. My signature forged on a loan app. She'd pinned it on me. Your fault, she whispered that night in his room. Me dozing in the chair. Tom stirred. She smiled innocence. October chilled deep in the freeze. I gathered proof, screenshots, bank logs. Confronted in the kitchen. Dawn light gray. You're done. Envelope on table. Her face, fear. Then fury. Blackmail? After everything? Justice. She snatched a knife from the block. Gleaming. Touch it. And you're dead. Standoff. Tom shuffled in. Kids. She dropped it. Tears instant. Jake's threatening me. With Dad's files. Twist. My prints on the envelope from handling. Tom's face fell. Son. Betrayal. Round 2. November elections buzzed. Our house voted divide. I moved out for real, efficiency in Hazel Park, rent bleeding savings. December again. Anniversary of the cabin. Emily texted, "Miss you." Family,
Delete.
but fate's a bitch. Christmas Eve. Storm raging. Knock at my door, Mom.
Soaked.
Hysterical. Emily's gone. Said something about ending it. Left this. Note, your fault.
Jake.
Always. Blood roared. I drove, through whiteout, to the cabin, gut instinct. Found her, overdosed pills on the porch. Blue lips echoing her mother's. Empty bottle. My forged docs beside. Suicide? Or setup? Revived by EMTs, stomach pumped. Accidental. But her eyes. When she woke in ER. Accusation. You came, she rasped. To save you. Again. Lips moved. Your fault. The words. The break. Those two words hung in the sterile air of the ER like smoke from a backfire, choking the last thread of whatever humanity I'd clung to for Emily. Your fault. Not a plea. Not a question, just a verdict. Delivered with the precision of a .45 slug. Nurses bustled. Monitors beeped a frantic Morse code. But I stood frozen. Her hand limp in mine. For drip beading on her skin like sweat from a guilty man. Mom arrived minutes later. Mascara rivers down her cheeks. Tom trailing with his nitroglycerin under his tongue. What happened? He demanded. Voice cracking the fluorescent hum. Emily played it masterfully, weak. Bewildered.
Pills.
For sleep. Slipped my mind. A tear traced her temple. Jake found me. Hero. Bullshit. The docs screamed setup. Bottle from Tom's cabinet. Note in her handwriting but positioned for maximum drama. She'd staged it. A Hail Mary to flip the script. Paint me the villain who'd driven her to it. Cops poked around, suicide attempt or cry for help. But no charges. Just a 72-hour psych hold. I signed the papers as family, hating the word, and drove home alone. Wipers slapping rhythm like accusations. Warren slept under fresh snow. Street lamps haloed in fog. But my mind raced laps around the what-ifs.
Why?
To discredit me? To bind the family tighter to her web? The forged loan, 5 figures now. In my name loomed like a noose. If Tom found out, it'd kill him. Mom? Shattered. And me? Felony fraud. Orange jumpsuit in Wayne County lockup. New Year's slunk in with hangovers and half-truths. I avoided the house. Holing up with takeout and true crime pods about Midwestern Ponzi schemes that felt too close to home. Sarah texted check-ins. You ghosting the world? We met at a dive in Ferndale, neon Miller signs buzzing. Jukebox heavy on Johnny Cash laments. Over wings that burned going down. I spilled the overdose. The forgeries. Emily's endless flips. Sarah's cop eye sharpened. Evidence. Digital trail. Emails. Bank pings. She nodded. Nursing a Bud Light. Build the case. Quiet. She's slippery. Our knees brushed under the table, not accidental. Thanks, I said. Voice thick. Her smile.
Soft.
Old debts. Sparks crackled. But guilt doused them. Emily's shadow loomed. Long as a Michigan winter. January thawed nothing. Plant OT dried up, economy tanking. EVs killing jobs. Bills piled. The forged loan payments hit my account like gut punches. Emily, discharged and better, resumed her reign. yoga brunches, therapy sessions that sounded like alibis. Mom gushed updates. She's turning a corner.
Jake.
Come for dinner. I did. Once, trap sprung. Table set with linen. Candles flickering like lies. Emily in cashmere. Hair salon fresh. Missed you. Bro. Her foot nudged mine. Warning or flirt. Tom carved roast. Oblivious. Conversation danced around minds. Weather. Lions playoff choke. Post-meal. Dishes clattering cover. She cornered me at the sink. We good?
No.
Soap suds foamed like rage. The loan. Pay it back. Eyes wide. Innocence. What loan?
Oh. That.
Mix up. I'll fix it. By when? Soon. Hand on my wrist, squeeze. Trust me. I jerked away. Plate shattering in the basin. Mom rushed in. Jake. Emily's tear, instant.
He's stressed. Poor guy.
Exit. Stage left. In the truck. Fists white on the wheel. I screamed into the void, raw. Animal. Trust her? Like trusting a rattler not to strike. February's Valentine's mocked me. Sarah invited a movie. Ford v Ferrari. Ironic. Popcorn shared. Her hand in mine during the crashes. Post-credits. Parking lot steam. Kiss. Hungry. Tasting of salt and second chances. This okay? She whispered.
Yeah.
But Emily's ghost laughed. March brought IRS letters. Audit flags on the loan. Panic clawed. I met a lawyer buddy. Dive barconfab. Plead duress. But prove it.
Proof meant war.
I hacked her email, shoddy password. Bully Queen 69, jackpot. Threads with veto. East Side loan shark. Code for the package. Meetups.
Drops.
And me. Stepbrother good for collateral. Clean record. Collateral.
Me.
Rage crystallized. Revenge blueprint. Expose. But smart. Leaked to Sarah's PD. Anonymous. April Fools. Emily's prank call at 2 a.m. Jake, help. Vito's men. At the house. Voice trembling, real fear? I drove. Storm raging. Arrived to chaos. Front door ajar. Tom barricaded with his old service piece. Mom huddled. Emily center stage. Bruised lip. They wanted the cash. I stalled. Tom. Bastards jumped the fence. Got one good shot off, warning. Cops swarmed. Statements taken. Emily's tale. Vito's crew collecting on her flips. My addition. She's been borrowing. Heavy. Her glare, murder. No arrests, footprints in mud. Shell casing.
But ghosts.
Aftermath. Family lockdown. Me crashing there for safety. Tense nights. Whispers in halls. Emily slipped notes under my door. Sorry. Scared.
Pity?
Or ploy. Mayday. Sarah's raid intel. Vito pinched on unrelated, heroin ring. Emily's name surfaced in interrogations. The realtor bitch owes $20K. Sarah, we can flip her. Immunity for testimony. I relayed. Neutral. Emily's response. Kitchen huddle. Snitch? They'd kill me. Options suck, I said. Her breakdown real. Snot and sobs. I did it for us. Mom's meds. Dad's bills. Started small fudges. Spiraled. Us. The blended lie. You used me. Eyes met. Raw. I know. Fix it together. Temptation tugged. Family. But scars itched. June heat baked secrets. Vito out on bail. Whispers of retaliation. House wired with cameras. Tom's cop paranoia. Emily and I patrolled nights. Shotguns oiled. Tension electric. 1 midnight. Porch vigil. Stars pinpricks. Lake wind whispering. Remember bullying? I asked. She sighed. Anger dump. You were easy, quiet. Broken. Like me. Broken how?
Mom's death.
Foster shit. Felt powerless. Taking yours? Power. Honesty? Or script? Apology. Too late. Hand on mine, warm. But amends. Kiss then mistake. Bourbon brave. Salty. Desperate. Tasting of regret. Pulled back. No. Her laugh. Broken. Figures. July 4th. Barbecues boomed. But ours was bunker. Fireworks masked a shot. Stray? Vito's warning pinged off the mailbox. Panic peaked. Emily clung. Don't leave. I stayed. August dog days dragged. Sarah jealous? Texts cooled. Complicated. Emily leaned in. She's using you. Like I did. Flips again. Foe to ally? Proof mounted. Her emails to Vito. Jake's in. Leverage. Betrayal bisected. I confronted. Garage shadows long. You're playing me. Still. Denial. Then confession. Survival. But I care. Swear. Knife out hers. From pocket. End it. Then. I disarmed her. Wrist twist. No more games. She crumpled. Help me flip. Please. Call Sarah. Meet at neutral. Abandoned mill in Hamtramck. Emily spilled. Docs. Drops. Vito's network. Wired. Trembling. Raid greenlit. September dawn. SWAT rolled. Vito's den torched. Emily immunity bound. Hailed brave informant.
Me?
Shadow hero. Tom promoted her to family rock. Mom baked pies. But twist brewed. October, Sarah distant. Emily mentioned.
Us.
Back in school. Said you obsessed. Stalked her.
Lies.
Poison. Confront. Emily's smirk over coffee. Protecting my deal. Cops eat scandal. Your fault, I growled. Echo. November chill. Trial loomed. Emily prepped testimony. Me sidelined. Vito's crew circled. Slash on my tire. Note. Snitches bro pays. Protection. Sarah's watch. But trust frayed. Thanksgiving. Forced feast. Emily's toast. Grateful for seconds. My eyes. Daggers. December storm. Anniversary. Cabin call. Come. Talk. Against gut. I went. Snowbound. Fire crackling. What's the play? End it clean. Pills on table, her mom's stash. We stage. I relapse.
You find me.
But docs clear you suicide. No foul. Insane. Why? Guilt money. Life insurance on me, pays family. Veto off back if I'm gone.
Madness. No.
Her plea. Your fault if I die for real. Words again. Kiss, fierce. Final. Together?
No.
The cabin's walls closed in like a vice that night. the fire's glow casting Emily's face in flickering judgment, half angel, half devil, all manipulator. Those pills stared up from the coffee table, white capsules like tiny landmines, and her proposal hung between us thicker than the pine smoke. Think about it.
Jake.
Clean slate for everyone. Her voice was velvet over razor wire. Eyes pleading but calculating. The same look she'd worn when dumping my lunch tray all those years ago. I wanted to believe it was rock bottom. A desperate grasp for redemption. But the forger in her, the liar who'd forged my name and my trust, whispered otherwise. I stood, boots thudding on the warped floorboards, and paced to the window, where snow lashed the glass like accusations.
Outside.
The lake churned black, waves slapping the dock like impatient fists. This is suicide by proxy. You're asking me to kill you for insurance? For what?
Ink.
To play martyr. She rose, slow, hoodie swallowing her frame, and closed the distance. Her hand on my chest, pulse jumping under her palm. Not kill.
Save.
The policy's ironclad. No investigation if it's attempt gone wrong. Vito's goons back off a dead girl. Mom gets the payout. Dad retires easy.
You.
Free.
Free.
The word mocked. Free from her shadow, or deeper in the grave I'd dig for us both. And if it goes south, cops dig your notes. The forgeries. My prints on everything. Her laugh.
Soft. Broken.
We burn it all. Here. Tonight. She nodded at the stove, where embers glowed hungry. Temptation clawed, and the cycle. One blaze. But Sarah's face flashed. Steady.
Real.
The plants hum. My one anchor.
No.
We do it legal. Testify. Pay the piper. Eyes hardened. The flip. Legal? Vetoes connected. Judges.
2.
I'll be dead by spring. Witnesses first. Step closer. Breath mingling. You're my out.
Jake.
Family. That word again. Noose tight. I shoved her hand away. Gentle but firm. Not like this. She deflated, sinking to the rug.
Knees to chest.
Sobs real? Then it's your fault. All of it. The detonator clicked. I grabbed my keys. Stormed into the blizzard. Truck fishtailing down the unplowed drive. Radio static spat weather warnings. But my mind screamed louder. Run. Expose.
Destroy.
Back in Warren. Dawn gray as guilt. I crashed hard, 4 hours of fractured sleep haunted by blue lips and forged signatures. Woke to texts, Mom. Where were you? Worry. Emily. Come back. Please. Sarah. Call me.
Urgent.
Sarah first, coffee at Tim Hortons. Drive-through styrofoam steaming. Her unmarked cruiser idled curbside. Wipers intermittent. Vito's lawyers sniffing. Emily's name leaked. Bad cops. Paranoia rippled. Or her play. Sarah's brow furrowed. Cream swirling in black. You believe her redemption arc? Half. I sipped. Bitter. She's a chameleon. Flips for survival. Hand over mine anchor. Then cut ties. Let IA handle. But ties were blood. Blended and binding. January 2026 slithered in with sub-zero snaps. Freezing the Rouge River solid. Plant slowed to skeleton crew. I pulled nights. Torque wrench my therapist. Emily's silence unnerved. No texts. No drive-bys. Mom's updates. She's laying low. Healing.
Healing. Right.
Super Bowl Sunday. Forced family watch. Wings and wings. Tom yelling at the TV as Chiefs choked again. Emily showed. Tentative jeans and jersey. Hair in ponytail like the old days. Truce. Over halftime nachos. I grunted. Eyes on screen. But halftime blurred. Her knee pressed mine. Accidental? Conversation post-game. Cleanup crew. The cabin.
I'm sorry.
Desperate times. Desperate makes monsters, I muttered. Her nod. Solemn. I was. AM. Pity stirred. Traitor. Therapy helping?
Yeah.
And you proud. Shift lead. Small talk. But thorns lurked. Later. Porch smoke, Tom's camels. Shared illicit. Veto trials February. Testify. Eyes on horizon. Red glow reflecting. Have to. Good. Exhale. End it. She stubbed out.
Close.
Then we start fresh. Stepsibs for real. Hug brief.
Bone.
Maybe. February trial. Detroit Federal Courthouse. Marble cold as justice. Emily on stand. Poise cracked, voice steady but hands twisting Kleenex to shreds. I met Vito through a client. Small favors docs. Escalated. Details spilled. Drops in cast corridor alleys. Cash in duffels. Threats whispered in pinball arcades. Vito's glare from defense table, shark in suit. His lawyer. Slick as oil. Cross. And your stepbrother? He knew. Emily's pause. Heart stop. Jake?
No. He
tried to help. Warned me. Lie or shield. Jury leaned in, I. Back row. Sweat despite AC. Verdict. Guilty. 15 years. Cheers muffled. Emily collapsed in arms of feds. Hero or pawn. Afterparty at Tom's. Steak and stories. Tom toasting justice. Emily. Wine flushed. Free. But freedom's price. Vito's crew loose ends. March. My truck torched in plant lot. Snitch keyed in flames. Cops. Random.
bull.
Sarah's protection. Cruiser tails. But intimacy cooled. Too risky. Over diner pie. Emily's call. My fault. Come over. I did. House empty. Parents at casino night. Her room. Posters of Paris she'd never see. Bed unmade. Scared, she admitted. Wine bottle half gone. Join club. Sat beside. Distance safe. Talk turned therapy speak. Trauma bonds. Cycles. Her hand found mine. You broke it. Thank you. Kiss slow. Wine tart. This time, no pullback. Walls tumbled, clothes shed like skins. Sex raw. Reclaiming, scars mapped in moans. Old hurts exorcised in sweat. After. Tangled sheets. Her head on chest. Love you.
Jake.
Fucked up way. Love. Twisted. Taboo. Stepsibs. Sure. But blood adjacent. Guilt dawn chased pleasure.
This.
Complicated. Her laugh. Husky. Life is. April blooms mocked our wilt. A fair bloom too, stolen hours. Alibis of errands. Sarah suspected, texts. Who's the ghost? Guilt nod. But Emily's pull vortex. May memo. Plant closure rumors. Economy's knife edge. Emily's insurance gig. Move with me. Chicago. Fresh.
Tempt.
Family. Us. June heat. Veto appeal denied. Celebration sex. Balcony overlooking Detroit River. City lights winking complicity. July 4th. Backyard boom. But shot cracked real. Bullet through kitchen window. Grazing Tom's arm. Chaos. Emily screaming. Me tackling her down. Sarah's team swarming. Culprit. Vito's nephew. Pinch days later. But seed planted, never safe. August. Decision point. Sarah confronted. Coffee cold. It's her. Isn't it? Yes.
Raw.
Hurt flashed. Knew from the start. Be careful. Jake. Door closed. Chapter 2. Emily's push. Chicago now. Before more blood. Packed duffel. Yes. September road trip. I-94 West. Springsteen blasting. Past rusted mills. Warren Shrink rear view. Good riddance. Chicago. Windy promise. Emily's cousin's couch. Job hunts. Me mechanic at union shop. Her underwriter trainee. Nights. Deep dish. Blues clubs. Her laugh genuine? October. Settled. But call from mom. Tom's cancer. Prostate. Bad. World tilted. Drove back solo. Emily flew. Hospital vigil. Tom frail. Tube snaking. Proud. Son.
Wheeze.
Emily arrived late. Tears Oscar-worthy. Missed you. Post-diagnosis. Her flip. Insurance. My policy covers travel.
But.
The old one. On me. Confusion. What?
Eyes sly.
Double dip. Stage relapse. Payout covers chemo. Horror.
No.
Not again. Your fault if he dies broke. Detonator reignited. November. Tom's chemo. Bill's avalanche. Emily's whispers. One act. Mercy. I cracked. Agreed.
Numb.
December cabin. Full circle. Pills swallowed. Hers. Staged overdose. I found. Called 911. Chaos. Chopper. Pumps. Suicide. Insurance. Pending. But twist. Autopsy flags. Pills laced. Intentional OD. Murder? Her plan backfire. Or mine. Cops. You were there?
Yes.
Trying to save. Emily flatlined en route. Dead at 26. Me. Suspect. Your fault. Her last whisper echoed. The hospital's waiting room became my purgatory that Christmas Eve. Vinyl chairs sticking to sweat-soaked skin. The vending machines hum a dirge for what I'd wrought. Emily's body lay zipped in a bag down the hall. Blue lips silenced forever. And the cops circled like vultures scenting rot. Detective Ruiz, stocky. Mustache like a 70s cop flick. Breath mints failing against coffee, leaned in. Notepad crisp. Walk me through it again. Mr.
Harlan.
You drove up together. Argument. No argument. Lice smooth as lake ice. Reconciliation. Family stuff. My voice steady. But palms slicked the armrests.
Outside.
Snow-muffled ambulances. But inside. Sirens wailed silent. Mom's sobs from the payphone. Calling kin. Tom's confusion. Fresh from chemo fog. M? What happened? Ruiz's eyes bored. Pen scratching. Pills from your father's cabinet. Note saying, can't take it. Jake knows why. Care to elaborate. The note, her script. My doom.
She was depressed.
Veto trial aftermath.
Talked suicide.
But I thought talk. Partial truth. Venom-laced. He nodded. Slow. Autopsy prelim. Overdose. But traces of fentanyl. Not in the bottle. Laced elsewhere. Fentanyl. Street cut. Vito's signature. Heart seized. Her plan? Or sabotage? I didn't. Save it. Labs working. Badge flash. Don't leave town. Left alone. Walls breathed accusation. Emily's last look. Eyes glazing. Lips forming. Your fault. Replayed loop. Had she dosed extra? Final fuck you?
Or me.
In rage blackout. Spiking the wine? No, impossible. I'd held her. Kissed her. Watched her swallow. Love.
Lust?
What twisted knot had we tied? Dawn broke gray. Mom arrived. Face ashen under fluorescent. My girl. Collapse into hug. Her frame bird fragile. Tom wheeled in. For pole rattling. Son? Tell me straight. Accident. Lie leaden.
She.
Slipped. Funeral blurred. Methodist church in Warren. Packed with realtor colleagues and friends who'd ghosted her lows. Casket closed, bruises? Emily's eulogy by me. Words ash. Complicated. But family. Sarah in back row. Eyes steel. Cop or ex. Graveside. Dirt thudding like heartbeats. Mom's whisper. She loved you.
Jake.
Odd way.
Odd.
Understatement. New Year 2026. Solitary. Bottle of Beam toasting ghosts. Plant reopened. But I ghosted shifts, suspension pending personal. Bills snowballed. Forged loan collectors called. Pay or prison. February chill. Ruiz's visit. Manila folder thick. Fentanyl source. Your truck. Residue in ashtray. Impossible. I don't. Stepbrother's mess rubs off.
Smirk.
Emily's prints on baggie too. Lover's quarrel.
No.
Set up hers. Posthumous. Or Vito's long arm. Sarah's olive branch. Bar meat. Off duty. Ruiz is fishing. Get a lawyer. Can't afford. Her hand. I can help.
But.
Us. Over. Bitter. Emily won. Eyes wet. She didn't. Fight. March winds howled guilt. Tom's chemo raged. Mom's shifts doubled. I pawned tools for mortgage. Emily's insurance? Frozen. Suspicious death. Vito's appeal hearing. Her testimony video played.
Damning.
But whispers. Nephew out. Grudge hot. April. Threat note in mail. Pay debt or join her. Cash demand. $50K. Panic. Borrowed from shady. Plant buddies bookie. Cycle spun. May. Ruiz leans harder. Witness. Cabin neighbor saw two figures fighting night before.
Lies.
Isolation. Sarah. Plea out. Manslaughter.
No.
Innocent. June heat. Tom's remission false hope. Mets to liver. Hospice talk. Emily's box arrived. Courier. Anonymous. Inside. USB. Ledgers. Her voice file. If I go, it's Jake.
He pushed.
Forged everything. Insurance scam is idea. Frame job. Digital. Rage boiled. USB to Sarah. Deep fake. Text. Authentic. Heart cracked. July 4th. Fireworks terror. Shadow in yard, shotgun blast. Silhouette flees. Cops. Paranoia?
No.
August. Bookie calls due. Default. Thugs visit, broken ribs. Message. Debt Emily's. You pay. Hospital again, irony. Mom. Why us? Your fault. Echo. September. Trial date set. Me. Manslaughter. Bail. Tom's house arrest. October leaves fell like evidence. Sarah testified prep. Motive? Affair cover-up. Twisted. Love-hate. November. Thanksgiving jailhouse. Visits through glass. Tom week. Believe you. Son. Mom. Fight. December storm. Anniversary. Cell block. Snow beyond bars. Emily's ghost. Your fault. 2027 January. Jury selection. Media circus. Stepsister scandal. Bully to body bag. Voices. He did it. She deserved. February trial. Circus. Prosecution. Premeditated. Fentanyl from his truck. Note incriminating. Defense. Veto retaliation. Laced pills mailed. Me on stand. Sweat.
Stutter.
Loved her. Fucked up. But love. Jury eyes. Doubt. Twist. Sarah's bombshell. Cross-exam. USB audio. Manipulated. Voice match 92%. But timestamps off. Emily recorded pre-death. Edited.
Gasps.
Prosecution reels. Deliberation. Days. Verdict. Not guilty. Manslaughter. Acquitted. Cheers. Hollow.
Outside.
Press crush. Monster or victim? Mom's hug. Free. But chains lingered. March. Tom's passing. Quiet.
Bed.
Funeral. Small. Snow-dusted. Emily's stone nearby. Ironic neighbors. April. Sarah's door knock. Missed you. Rebuild. Slow. Kisses. Tentative. Trust rebuilt brick by scar. May. Plant recall. Job back. But veto nephew plea deal. Names me accessory. June. New trial threat. Cycle. July. Run Chicago.
No. Face.
August. Nephew trial. His stand. Emily snitched. Jake 2 new drops.
Lie.
But jury? My testimony. She flipped. Redeemed. Acquittal. Him. September. Peace. Media fades. October. Mom's remarriage talk. Old flame. November. Thanksgiving full. Sarah at table. December. Cabin sale. Final visit. Ashes scattered lake. Your fault. Wind whispers. But mine too. Freedom tasted like cardboard in those early spring days of 2027. The not guilty verdict a paper shield against the pitchforks still lurking in Warren's whispers. Neighbors nodded polite at the gas station, but their eyes slid away. Heavy with he got away with it. Mom clung harder. Her diner shifts trimmed by Tom's pension, finally released after audits cleared the suspicious flags on Emily's policy. Payout halved, but enough for a cruise she swore would wash the bad away. Sarah and I navigated the minefield of us. Dinners at Slow's barbecue, where brisk mallow pulled pork masked awkward pauses. Nights in her apartment overlooking the Ambassador Bridge, where Detroit's lights twinkled like distant gunfire. One day at a time, she'd murmur post-love. Her cop's pragmatism, a balm on my raw edges. But Emily's echo persisted. A low hum under every laugh. The cabin sale closed in April, some tech couple from Austin. Drawn by rustic charm, blind to the ghosts. I pocketed the check, modest 5 figures, and burned the deed in a backyard fire pit, flames devouring the paper like it could erase the night. Vito's nephew, little Vinny, tattooed tears under eyes like bad ink, walked on technicalities, his plea deal a middle finger from the system. Whispers reached me via plant gossip. He's gunning for the snitch's kin. I bought a Glock. Concealed carry class, sweating through range drills. But the weight in my waistband felt like culpability, not courage. May bloomed with false hope. Sarah's promotion to sergeant, desk more than streets. Thank God, meant stability. Her unpacking boxes in my Hazel Park rental. Books on criminal psych. A coffee maker that didn't taste like rust. Blended life, she joked, echoing Mom's old line. We hiked Belle Isle. Ferry chugging past freighters. Her hand in mine as gulls wheeled overhead. Think we can outrun it? I asked. Wind whipping.
She squeezed.
Not run. Outlast. June heat wave fried circuits, AC busted, tempers short. Plant OT surged with summer builds. My hands black with grease. Mind white-hot with what-ifs. Emily's box, unopened since the frame job, gathered dust in the closet. One sweltering night, insomnia gnawing. I cracked it, letters to her mom. Unsent, a locket with toddler photo, and a journal. Spine cracked like resolve. Pages spilled venom and vulnerability. Schoolgirl rants on that loser Jake, then adult confessions. He sees me. Really sees. God help us. Love note or trap. Burn it too. Ashes swirling sink drain. July 4th Redux, block party. Grills smoking brats. Kids with sparklers dodging like mini fugitives. Sarah manned the cooler, laughing at Uncle Ray's jokes. But my eyes scanned shadows. Vinny's ghost? Fireworks popped. Crowd oohing. But a backfire from a lowrider down the street sent me diving. Sarah pulling me up. Easy. Cowboy. Post-party. Porch swing creaking. Her head on shoulder. Therapy. For real.
Nod.
Session started. VA vet shrink. No nonsense. Grief's a bitch. Guilt's her sister. August dog days. Mom's cruise tales. Tanned and tipsy. Met a guy, widower. Golf pro. Happiness suited her. Wrinkles softening. But September shadows lengthened. Anonymous email. Debt calls. 10K by October 1st. Or family pays. Screenshot. Sarah at the park. Candid. Heartbox. Showed her. Vinny. PD details. Unmarked tail. But bureaucracy slow. Move, she urged.
No.
Fight. October chill. Deadline loomed. I scraped. Pawned Dad's watch. OT maxed. Drop arranged. Park bench. Envelope under slats. Night. Rain slick. Shadows pooling. Envelope placed. Wait. Figure emerges. Not Vinny. Kid. Jittery. Hoodie soaked. For the boss. Grabbed him. Wrist twist. Sarah's training. Who? Squeal. Little V's out.
Sent me.
Vinny free? Appeal 1 on evidence suppression. Emily's deepfake ruled inadmissible. Chain reaction. November elections. Headline screamed, mob acquittal. My name footnote. Mom, stay low. Thanksgiving. Sarah's family. Norms in Grosse Pointe. Turkey trust. Politics polite. I choked small talk. Fork stabbing cranberry like foes. December storm. Power flickers. Cabin memories surge. Sarah asleep beside. I slipped out, drove to the lake. Empty now.
Sold.
Stood dock's end. Water black ink. Your fault. Wind or Emily? 2028 January. Vinny's bold. Break-in at mom's, silver gone. Message scrawled tub. Pay up. Bully boy. Cops. Vandalism.
No. War.
February. Sarah's op. Stakeout Vinny's dive.
Poletown.
Raid. Guns drawn.
Door splinter.
Vinny cuffed. Sneering, Harlan. Snitch spawn. Interrogative. Emily owed. You too, collateral she promised. Lies. But ledger seized. My name. Circled. March. Charges conspiracy. Retro. Bail denied. County jail. 6x8. Bunk sagging. Sarah visits. Appealing. Hold. April. Cell block politics. Fresh meat. Bruises bloom. Stepsib killer. Whispers. Fight. Shank dodged. Knuckles split. May hearing. Judge. Flight risk. Denied. June. Trial prep. Public defender overworked. Plea to accessory. 5 years.
No.
July heat. Riots outside. Economy crash. Plants shuddering. Inside. AC wheeze. Sweat eternal. August. Mom's wedding. Proxy. Tears through glass. Love you.
Boy.
September. Jury blue collar.
Skeptical.
Trial. Circus reloaded. Prosecution. Harlan entangled from start. Affair. Scams. Cover-up murder. Vinny testifies. He knew drops. Emily said he'd take fall.
Lie.
But jury nods. My stand. She manipulated. Love blinded. But innocent. Cross. Love or lust. Stepsister. Taboo.
Gasps.
Deliberation. Hours. Verdict. Guilty. Conspiracy. 7 years. Sarah's scream outside. Mistrial. Appeal. Years. November. Transfer. Jackson State. Max. Cell. New ghosts. December. Snow beyond bars. Emily's voice. Your fault. But Vinny's too. Jackson State Penitentiary swallowed me whole that first week of December 2027. Its walls a concrete embrace etched with the screams of men who'd traded souls for survival. Intake stripped me bare, buzz cuts shearing my hair like dignity, delousing spray stinging like regret, orange jumpsuit hanging loose on a frame already lean from stress skips. Harlan. Jacob, the guard barked. C.O. Ramirez with a neck tat peeking above collar. Shoving me toward Gen Pop. Keep your head down. Pretty boy. Snitch vibes get you shanked. Gen Pop. Yard concrete cracked. Weights clanging like chains. Air thick with weed smoke and unspoken hierarchies. Bunked with Earl, lifer for double homicide. Arms inked sleeves of panthers and roses. Voice gravel from packs a day. What you in for? He grunted. Top bunk creaking as he shifted. Family bullshit. Vague. Stepsister OD. They pinned conspiracy. Eyebrow arch. Family's the worst killer. Mine ratted for a reduced. Nods traded, truce tentative. Mornings. Chow hall slop. Oatmeal gray as Michigan skies. Whispers sizing me up. That's the Stepsib fucker. Hissed from Aryan corner. Vinny's reach? Black's neutral. Latinos watchful. I ate fast. Eyes down. But inside. Rage simmered. Emily's final gift. Her web tangling me eternal. Letters anchored. Sarah's weekly. Typed crisp. Appeal filed. Miss your laugh. Mom scrawls. Flowery. Golf with Frank, he's good to me. Be strong. No, Emily. Burned her journal. But dreams brought her. Naked on cabin rug. Whispering, your fault mid-thrust. Blue lips parting in ecstasy or accusation. January 2028. Routine ground in laundry detail. Folding sheets stained with who knows. Mind wandering to plant torque. Sarah's freckles. Visitation Sundays. Glass partition. Phone greasy. Sarah first. Lawyer says 18 months max. Good behavior. Her smile strained. Uniform starched. Kiss the glass. I joked. Palm pressing. She did. Fog blooming. Love you. Outlast. Mom next. Bingo winnings for commissary. Buy stamps. Right, girls? Frank hovered off frame. Awkward wave. February freeze. Yard time iced over. Shuffles in snow boots. Prison blues, literal, hit. Shank and shower. For Vinny. Dodged. Soap slipping. COs tossing the attacker. Meth head lifer with Vinny ink. Solitary. Hole dark. Echoes amplifying guilt. Your fault, walls mocked. Release. Earl's shank and mattress warning. Allies matter. Made one, Rico. Ex-cartel. Kitchen crew. Oh me? Stories. Traded. Emily's saga. Bully to lover to ghost. His laugh boomed. Chica loca. You soft.
Soft.
Maybe. March thaw. Appeal hearing virtual. Grainy screen in law library. Lawyer's suit rumpled. New evidence. Vinny's ledger forged Emily's hand. Pre-death. Judge nods. Remand for review. Hope flicker. Sarah's visit. Closer. April. Yard ball. Bruises from accidents. Earl. Gang war brewing. Vinny's boys pushing. Lockdown. Stabbings. Blood mopped casual. My cell. Tagged snitch. May. Parole board tease. Good conduct. But conspiracy tag sticks. June heat. Sweat eternal. Fantasies of lake dips. Sarah's letters turn intimate. Nights cold. Remember the bridge?
Commissari Yerk Max no substitot.
July riots. Heatwave spark. Fights erupt. Me neutral. But dragged fist to CO. Resisting. Extra time. 6 months. August. Earl's drop. Vinny dead. Overdose. Jackson County. Fentanyl. Karma? Or cleanup. Relief sour. September. Mom's visit. Frank proposed. Eloping Vegas. Joy mixed bile. Happy for you. October. Appeal win. Reduced to 3 years served. Time pending behavior. November. Thanksgiving tray. Turkey loaf. Pie square. Phone calls Sarah. Packing your room. Coming home. December snow. Countdown. Release dawn. Gates clink open. Air free but foreign. Sarah's truck idling. Grin wide. Welcome back. Harlan. Drive. Windows down. Wind therapy. Home, her apartment. Bed soft. Love. Hungry. Reclaiming. But 2029 January, shadows. Mom's call. Strange mail. Photos you and Emily. Cabin. Stalker? Vinny's ghost? February. PI hired. Sarah's contact. Report. Anonymous. Emily's old flame. Jealous type. Harmless.
Dismissed.
Spring blooms. March. Job. Independent garage. Hazel Park. Wrenches familiar. Grease bomb. April. Engagement ring. Sarah's hint. When? Soon. May. Wedding plans June. Small. Riverboat. June vows. Outlast, we echo. Rings exchange. Kiss Salt Lake. Honeymoon. Up cabin not the one. Fishing. Loons calling peace. July. Domestic BBQs. Her promotion party. August. Pregnancy test, positive. Our fresh start. Joy explodes. September. Ultrasound, healthy. October. Mom's grandbaby coos. November. Thanksgiving full, Frank's stuffing divine. December. Tree trim. Lights twinkle. 2030 January. Sunborn Ethan. Blue eyes like mine. Life rebuilds. But Emily, dream visitor. Your fault, fading whisper. Twist, nursery mobile spins. Lullaby soft. But photo album, Emily's locket. Gifted mom. Opens, note inside. Tiny. If reading, I'm gone. Protect Jake. He took the fall for me, the real scam. Vito's hit. Love.
Eminencia. Gasps.
She staged all. Murder-suicide on herself. Me scapegoat to collect. Shield family from Vito's revenge.
Tears.
Hero? Villain? Her. Debate eternal, right or wrong. The locket's secret unfurled like a delayed fuse in the quiet of that January nursery. Ethan's coos a counterpoint to the thunder in my chest as I pried open the tiny clasp with trembling fingers. Mom had passed it along months back. Emily's keepsake. For the baby. Innocent gesture. But the folded note inside. Yellowed rice paper no bigger than a postage stamp. Hit like a suppressed truth detonating. If reading, I'm gone. Protect Jake. He took the fall for me, the real scam. Vito's hit. Love.
Eminencia. Love.
The word mocked from beyond. Her cursive looping elegant as forgery. And I slumped against the crib rail. Would cool under palm. World tilting anew. Sarah found me there. Rocking chair creaking under her as she took the note. Eyes scanning quick, cop fast. What the hell? Whisper.
Fierce.
Ethan gurgled oblivious. Mobile am's twirling lazy.
She.
Planned it? The OD. The frame. All to protect you. Us. Voice raw. Vito's real target. Her testimony sealed him. But loose ends. She knew they'd come. Staged suicide. Pin me to draw heat. Insurance for mom. Me as decoy. Sarah's jaw set. Note refold delicate. Heroic? Or selfish? Dragging you through hell.
Both.
Neither. Emily Hargrove. Eternal enigma. Bully who'd broken me. Lover who'd bound me. Ghost who'd bought my freedom with her last breath. Doesn't change the scars. But it did. Dawn brought calls. Lawyer first. Exculpatory. Reopen. Then mom. Voice quaver. Knew she cared deep. Twisted girl. Frank's gruff. Bury it. Son. Live. Sarah's PD looped. Note authenticated. Chain of custody to Emily's safety deposit. Dated pre-cabin. Vindication. Ruiz grunted over phone. Mustache audible in sigh. Sorry. Harlan. System's a bitch. February winds howled absolution. Media sniffing revival. Stepsister mystery. Martyr or manipulator? Headline split. Tabloids twisted love saves family. True crime pods debating. Ultimate revenge or sacrifice? I dodged mics. Focused on bottles warmed. Ethan's tiny fists waving triumph. March thaw. Therapy Reloaded, group now. Ex-cons swapping war stories over weak coffee. Family Betrayal. I shared. Locket chain glinting under fluorescence. Nods. Mine too. Blood's Curse. April blooms. Garage thrives. Custom choppers drawing inkslingers. Sarah's bump grows. Girl do summer. May. Mom's Vegas vow renewal. Franken BOLO. Her gown white as redemption. Toast. To M. Complicated Angel. June heat. Daughter arrives. Lily Emily Harlan. Red hair like Sarah's fire. Hospital room. Sarah sweat sheened. For her strength.
Kisses. Tears.
July 4th. Park picnic. Fireworks safe. Ethan on blanket. Lily nursing. No shadows. August. Book deal tease. Ghostwriter emails. Your story.
Catharsis. Decline.
Mine to keep. September. Vinny's empire crumbles. Rico sweep. Lieutenants flipping. Her legacy. October leaves. Family hike. Backpacks heavy with sandwiches. Kids strapped. Lake Huron glints. Loons call echo. November chill. Thanksgiving sprawl. Frank's kin. Sarah's folks. Table groaning turkey. Yams candied sweet. Toasts. Outlasted. December snow. Tree farm. Sawdust scent. Kids, wide-eyed lights. 2031 cycles. Ethan toddles. Lily babbles. Garage expands. Apprentice kid. Wide-eyed like old me. Sarah's sergeant stripes. Detective squad lead. Mom's empty nest. RV road trips. Grand Canyon selfies. But Emily lingers. Tattoo now. Her initials on rib. YH. Chaos and grace. Sarah traces. Wear it proud. Twist bruise slow. 2032 January. Letter postmarked Warren anonymous. New Emily. Her real secret. Your dad, mine too. DNA proof enclosed. She hid to protect. Envelope. Swab kit results. 99.9% half-sibs? Emily's whisper campaign? Or truth? Dad's affair. Her mom's OD trigger? Confront mom. Tears. Confession. One night. Regret. She found out. Blackmailed me silent. Emily knew, used it. Shielded. Or wielded. Debate reignites. Villain deeper? Sarah. Doesn't change us.
No.
But fault?
Shared.
Life persists. Kids' laughter drowns ghosts. The DNA letters revelation landed like a rogue wave in the calm of that 2032 winter. Appending the fragile archipelago of peace-eyed lashed together from Emily's ashes and Ethan's giggles. I stared at the lab report in the garage's harsh halide glow. Oil stains on concrete mocking the sterile printout, while the radio murmured Lions' preseason woes, a fitting soundtrack for fractured legacies. Half-sibs. The math checked. Dad's indiscretion with Emily's mom. A motel tryst in '99 during Tom's deployment. Seed planted amid marital drift. Emily had known. Journal scraps burned too hasty now screamed it, and buried it. Not out of mercy. But leverage? Her final notes protect, twisted anew, shield from scandal. Or chain me closer in shared sin. Sarah found me there. Midnight oil change forgotten. Wrench limp in grip. Another bomb? Her voice soft. Coveralls zipped over pajamas. Lily's milk stain on sleeve a badge of normalcy. Family trees a briar patch. Handed the report. Her eyes scanning clinical jargon. Ethan snored upstairs. Oblivious prince, Lily's monitor breathed steady. She sat on the creeper. Wheels silent. Confront. Mom first. Dawn. Sunrise coffee at the diner. her turf. Formica scarred as confessions. Mom poured refills nervous. Frank nursing black at counter. Jake, what's wrong? The letter slid across. Numbers damning. Her face drained, pancake, makeup cracking.
God.
That night. Tom gone. Loneliness. Her mom, acquaintance from PDA. One slip. And Emily? Found the letter, your baby book note.
Silly.
Confronted me sophomore year. Keep quiet. Or tell Dad. But she didn't.
Protected us.
In her way. Protected. Or hoarded power. The ultimate flip, bully with blood leverage. And used till death's curtain. Why hide? Mom's tears. Guilt. Her own family's mess. Made her. Fierce.
Fierce.
Euphemism for monster mosaic. Frank's arm around. Bury deeper. Son. Ghosts don't pay bills. But bills of soul lingered. Back home. Sarah's counsel. Test yourself. Confirm. Swab sent. Results echo. Truth. April 2032. Decision. Tell or tomb. Opted silence. For kids' unscarred knees. But Emily's locket now burned. Toss Lake. Ripples swallowing secrets. May. Garage boom. Custom EV conversions. Green wave riding. Apprentices. 2. Eager. Teaching as therapy. Sarah's squad. Cold cases cracked. Her name in free press. June. Family camp. Upstate park. Tents pitched lakefront. Ethan roasts marshmallows charred. Lily chases fireflies. Jar glowing. Stories round fire. Sanitized Emily. Aunt who loved fierce. July heat. Block party redux. No dives. Neighbors thawed. Heard you beat the rap. Respect. August. Mom's RV pull-in grandkids spoil. Frank's fly rod lessons. September. School start. Ethan kindergarten. Backpack oversized. Drop-off tears mine. October. Harvest fest. Pumpkins carved grins. November. Thanksgiving epic. Turkey deep fried. Frank's gumbo fusion. Toasts. To tangles untied. December. Lights parade. Wagon float kids waving. 2033 rolls. Ethan soccer. Lily dance. Tutus twirl chaos. Sarah's book. Shadows of Steps. Anonymized. Bestseller. Debates rage. Was it revenge or redemption? Interviews dodge. Gray. Like life. Twist final. 2034 letter. Emily's lawyer. Estate close. Bequest. Cabin deed. Reversion. Note. For Jake. Burn or build. Your fault fixed. Deed in hand. Drive north. Cabin stands. Weathered but whole. Inside. Her scent faded. But journal copy. Lawyer's gift. Pages turn. Loved him wrong. This ends right. Torch or rebuild.
Torch.
Flames roar. Structure crumbles. Pyre for bully. Lover.
Sister.
Ashes cool. Lake lap. Phone, Sarah. Home.
Yeah.
Free. Ending. Not happy. Not tragedy. Debate fuel. Right? Wrong? Who judges? We do.
Daily.